From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. On the ready. 27, Mike 27. Ready. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Bring it.
Now Brady on the bootleg. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Get in the weight room. Mike 22, Mike 22. Go. Squeeze double. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
On play action, now Brady. He finds Beckham complete. 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. And what a big-time play there. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On the delay, Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
24 is the Mike. Bravo!
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Get ready.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Take me out. Here we go. Deuce. Kill. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, pick him quick.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. 5-9.
Here's Breeze to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, tighten down.
They'll try again with Jones. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Gay's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby side. Here we go. Here we go. Mike, 53. Here we go, 21. Hey, echo.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 17-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, easy. 31. Easy. Opposite.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Check.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Saints.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That's good for Mexico City. First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Grace don't travel.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Chris Godwin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First down, New Orleans.
53 to Mike. Be the opposite.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. A 10th carry for Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Breeze on third down. That'll be complete to Cook. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th.
He don't want it. Big dad. Come. Here we go. Me. Yes.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Breeze now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Hey, easy.
Now, Breeze again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
54 is Mike. Check.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Kill. 50. Here we go. 54. Man, I got you.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And that's complete to Sanders. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They come out here in the eye. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Over. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Now watch one. 22 jet bomber. Switch.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Now we're going to get a timeout here. And it's called by the defense as they burn their second timeout and try to come up with a plan to stop this 2-point conversion. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
12.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a...
He's got it at the 15. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And some room to work. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shut
through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown! Ronald Jones, 81 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And the Saints first down.
Sammy!
From midfield, here's Breeze. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and 1 at the 41-yard line.
31. Down to lose 1.
Running with Kamara. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
21.
He was brought down by Levante Davis.
Breeze to throw on third and 1. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. But forget the run on third and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Check.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Breeze now. This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
0-2. Hey, easy. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 39.
Breeze to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll go again to Jones. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Get out of here, man. Ready, go!
Now Brady. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch out, watch out.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready up. No game on this defense, no game. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Show it that, show it that.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
24 is the mic. In your face. Ready, go.
Shotgun now for Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Again, it's Murray. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check 25, check 25.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Buzz. I got you. Right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.